If The Last Girl was Star Wars, then The Last Shot is The Empire Strikes Back. It's bigger, it's more exciting, and it's definitely darker, with Danby having to embrace the dark side of herself in order to simply survive, save Evan and whoever else she can. It's a psychological thriller in the first half and then a full-on action adventure in the second half. And it leads us into the third book, which is going to be even bigger, even darker, and actually question what it means to live after the end of the world. In this book, Danby will have to actually fight for survival, and I mean really fight to survive. She picks up a gun in the very first scene, and by the end of the book, she's going to have to use it. Who she uses it on? Well, that's the question the book asks. Is it Jack? Is it Nathan? Is it somebody even closer to her? At the start of The Last Shot, Danby thinks she has it all figured out, but everything she thinks she knows is soon turned upside down and inside out. She has to decide who she can trust. Is it Jack? Is it Nathan? Is it both of them? Is it none of them? What she actually has to do is learn to trust herself. So The Last Shot is darker, it's deeper, it's more exciting, and it leads on to The Last Place, which will put Danby directly into her own heart of darkness. Whether she can survive the end of the world isn't the only question, it's whether she can actually survive herself. A new character who I really like in The Last Shot is a guy named Tajik. He's an Afghan refugee who brings a very, very special set of skills to Danby and her friend's survival situation. He also has a lovely sense of humour. I really grew very attached to him and I hope you enjoy him. The thing about The Last Shot is that it actually deepens Danby, it deepens Nathan, it deepens Jack, and it brings back characters who you might have thought you've seen the last of in the first book. They come back in very different shapes and forms, so I hope you enjoy them as much as I enjoyed writing them. The Last Girl and The Last Shot are in effect one long story. There's no gap between the books in terms of the chronology. The Last Place, however, is going to project us further into the future when the landscape is completely ravaged and Danby has become a, let's say, very different sort of character than we're used to in YA. The quest in The Last Place will be as much about actually finding a safe place as it is trying to reclaim her soul. It's pretty dark stuff. Hopefully it'll be the Toy Story 3 of the series as opposed to the Godfather 3 of the series. I'm making it as good as I can and hopefully it'll answer every question that readers have and end with a massive bang.